welcome to episode 62 of the MastoCast. Hello, you know what it is, it's me, Master Dan. Welcome to my silly weekly podcast, where it's just me talking a load of rubbish, live, video games, music, all that sort of shit. Just me rambling, And if you are along for the party and you enjoy it, thank you. I appreciate it, and yeah, cheers for tuning in. I really appreciate you, and I hope you are having a lovely weekend if you listen to this on the Friday that this comes out. And yeah, it's been warm. It's been warm recently. Like, where the fuck's this come from? It's like 17 degrees over in England. So, what's all that about? I have no idea. But yeah. Hope you are doing well. Thanks everyone who's listened to the previous episode of me drooling over the new Blood Incantation album. I hope that you have given it a listen. I don't blame you if you haven't listened to it, because it's 2 songs at 20 minutes long, and you know, it's progressive death metal. It's not going to be everyone's bag, is it? But I hope you know, someone's at least give it a go and they like it. But you know, I also don't blame you if you don't. Yeah, what have I been up to? I've got the house to myself for the week, because Haley, the other half, she is on holiday with a good mate Jade. She's in sunny Salou in Spain, and I got the house to myself for the week, and it's quality. It's really, really good. I do miss her, but I'm enjoying my time by myself. Just like, I ordered a takeaway on my way home from work, and it arrived when I got home from work, and I watched Aliens. I wouldn't have been able to do that before, but I did, and it was great. Love you, Haley. I miss you. I hope you're having a nice holiday. But I am also having fun. I sound like an asshole. I really do. But I swear to God, I'm not. What's been going on? I went to London over the weekend. That old London down south. I went to go see David Gilmour. The David Gilmour. Stayed in Fulham in London, an area I'm not really familiar with, but it's not too far from South Kensington, where the Royal Albert Hall is situated. Met up with previous, well, the first MastoCast podcast guest, Cam Chappers. Met up with her, and we had a really nice Mexican dinner. It was really good. She suggested the place called Yucca. It was very, very nice. Really good to catch up with Cam. It was awesome. And we, yeah, and me and Haley went to see Dave Gilmour at the Royal Albert Hall. And this was like a proper bucket list moment for me. Like, I've listened to a lot of live albums that have been recorded in that venue. You know, like the Deep Purple ones, the Bring Me the Horizon one that came out a few years ago, and Don Broco did one quite recently as well. And there's been all sorts, like Cream and like Opeth. Like, it's really iconic venue, really iconic venue. And Dave Gilmour was doing about 5 or 6 nights there at the Royal Albert Hall. So never seen him before up until now, and I've always wanted to see him because he's like my #1 guitar player. He's my favourite, and Pink Floyd are one of my favourite bands of all time. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. And you know, Haley wanted to come as well, so it was us two. Didn't have the greatest seats in the venue, really. Like, we were situated like very, very far left, like on the upper balcony, so we couldn't see all of the stage, which was a bit of a pisser. But you know, it is what it is. That's what you get for paying for cheap seats, I guess. But crikey, the Royal Albert Hall as a venue, it's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful venue, and it's just like got so much history. It's very iconic, and like it is literally like it's a completely different experience. Like stepping into like an O2 Academy venue or like Utility Arena or something like that. Like, you know, like you get greeted by the doormen who are like wearing like suits and waistcoats and stuff like that, and they tell you where you're situated, where you're going to be seated and stuff. Like they tell you tell you to enjoy your night, have a really good day and all that sort of stuff. It's quite hard to like navigate around it because it's about 5,000 capacity venue, but like it's just like there's loads of like different blocks and all that sort of stuff. There's like the exclusive blocks that people can sit in, which is, you know, ridiculous amount of money. But it was really, really awesome to step in there for the first time ever, and like for me, it looked like after watching loads of like videos and stuff like that, it looked smaller than those ones I've seen before in real life. But yeah, beautiful venue, and it served Stella on tap. That was all they had, so I had a pint of Stella while I was there. But anyways, the gig itself, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I was very, very happy to see Dave Grohl, fucking hell, not him, Dave Gilmour, live for first time ever, and hear just him playing guitar. Like literally, he came on with an instrumental number. I believe it was 5 AM from the previous solo album that he did, and just hearing that Fender Strat live, like his guitar tone was just so pristine and clear. It sounded beautiful. It sounded absolutely gorgeous. Like, this guitar tone was just amazing, absolutely amazing. Like the sound and everything for that gig, like, was just spectacular. It was great. You could hear every instrument clearly, every voice. It was just like really, really a joy to hear. And I heard a few reports of like David Gilmour's vocals not sounding up to scratch. Like, apparently he's been struggling like for a few nights. I mean, I gave him the benefit of the doubt because he's 78 years old. But to be honest, I thought his vocal sounded great. I thought he sounded really, really great throughout the night. Like, all the stuff that he's done from the Pink Floyd era all the way to the solo stuff, like, he sounded great. He sounded great. And, like, you know, the backing vocalist, like, really helped carry him as well if he wasn't feeling up to the really high notes or like that. But he sounded great. Like, vocally and guitar-wise, it was great. And the set was like a two-part thing. So, like, he did, I think the first half was like an hour and 15, and the same for the second half, and there was like an interval in the middle. And God, just hearing those Pink Floyd songs, like Fat Old Son from Atom Heart from the 70s, and fucking, like, my God, Breathe Into Time from Dark Side of the Moon was unbelievable. Like, my jaw was on the floor for that. Like, it sounded incredible. The band were incredible. They all sounded amazing. They were all tight as hell. Amazing voices and everything. They were, like, just all sounded incredible. And, you know, Wish You Were Here in the first half of the set as well. That was in there. Like, the whole crowd just absolutely singing every word to that song. And we finished the first half with High Hopes, which is one of my favourite Pink Floyd songs. Like, that's from like the last Pink Floyd album that came out, Division Bell. Like, that was incredible. Like, I was tearing up during that. Like, it was amazing. Like, all these big massive balls start coming out, like balloon balls, like, into the crowd, which I found was quite funny because it's a seated audience. People were just like sat down, like, hitting these balls away from them and all that. And yeah, into the second half, like, we got stuff like Great Gig in the Sky, which was all like piano led and featured all of the backing vocalists, and Dave Grohl just playing that, you know, lap steel guitar, like doing the slidey stuff, like sounded beautiful. It sounded incredible, and, you know, like, it was just amazing. Like, we had a lot more stuff from Division Bell as well, like Marooned and Coming Back to Life and everything, and that sort of stuff. And yeah, like, a lot of songs from the new album, which were really, really great. Like, I really love like Dark Velvet Night, and the cover that they do, Between 2 Points. I forget what the artist is called, but Between 2 Points, that one sounded amazing, which featured his daughter Romany Gilmour on vocals, who has a beautiful voice, really, really beautiful voice, and she played like a mini harp to that song as well, and it, again, just sounded amazing, like pristine. You can hear every instrument. And what else did it do? Was it The Piper's Call, which was like the first single that came out from that album, and like she joined him on vocals with that one as well. And like, one thing I just loved as well was Dave Gilmour, and like, you know, him and his daughter together singing this song, and like just both of them looking at each other and like having a smile and stuff like that. Like just that connection that they've got on stage, like it was just really, really lovely to see. And my God, ending with Comfortably Numb, like just shivers, like hairs on the arms just standing up, everything. And I was just like, I thought before that I went to the gig, I thought I'm gonna fucking cry when he plays that song, but like, I don't know, I didn't. I was just that jaw drop that I was seeing Comfortably Numb live. I was just like, oh my God. And yeah, just hearing that iconic solo live, amazing. Absolutely amazing. And stage setup was really, really cool as well. He had like the circular screen behind him and all that. Every now and then it would have like some animations, or like, you know, the cameras would be on like the band and stuff. Yeah, it was a sublime gig. Just so glad to see him live. And I know he is getting on. He's 78 years old, so I imagine he is calming down with the gigs. Really, like, he hasn't got much of a tour going on. He's done Rome. Those are the first dates of the tour, and he's just finished the 5-6 dates in what's it called, the Royal Albert Hall. He's got some at Madison Square Garden, and I think he's got some in there, Vegas somewhere as well. So he's not doing any massive touring, but I do hope he comes again, just purely so I can get some better seats to see him, because it was a bit of a struggle, like, because I had to, you know, like, sit forward for most of the stuff, and like my back was in agony by the end of it, but still, really, really enjoyed it. It was amazing just to finally see that. Like, it took a lot for me to process it at the end of that. I was just like, you know, seeing one of the most influential guitar players and musicians, like, in the world of music, really. Like, Pink Floyd are just one of the biggest bands of the world, and he is part of that, and just hearing those songs live, it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. So, yeah, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. It was incredible. Royal Albert Hall, ticked that off. Dave Gilmour, ticked that off. I feel like I've completed live music now. I haven't. I still got some bands to see. But, yeah, it was amazing. Other than that, I had a little wander down the next day in London, wandered down the V&A Museum, which is quite cool. Some medieval shit, some cool demonic shit, ceramics, that sort of stuff. V&A is cool, it's free. We only saw a little bit of it because we were meeting up with our friends, and we had a little wander down South Bank and had some scran, just at a giraffe restaurant, and it was really nice. It was good. And went to a Tate, what's it called, the Tate Art Gallery. That was cool. Yeah, London was cool. London was freaking cool. And yeah, apart from that, really not much else. Been playing some video games for sure. I have finished Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Finally finished that. And yeah, the 50-hour journey that it took me to finish it, well worth it. Absolutely well worth it. And you know, I played the remake of Final Fantasy VII earlier this year. I reviewed it on the podcast and stuff like it. I really enjoyed the remake. I thought it was decent enough. But the Rebirth is, for me, something else. I really, really enjoyed my time with Rebirth. I thought it was absolutely stellar. Like, I love the whole open world aspect of it, and a lot of the side quest stuff, the Queen's Blood shit, and just all the exploration you get to do around that main story was just really, really great. Was really, really great. I did feel like there was a bit of like padding, like, in the main story. Like, there were some bits that aren't included in the you know, the original that I've been put into this, just to sort of stretch it out a bit, that I just felt a bit pointless. Like, there was there was like 1 or 2 chapters here and there that I just thought was pretty tedious, that I didn't think really fitted well or didn't need to be in with the story at all. But apart from that, I loved the story. I mean, I obviously know the original, but like, I thought it was fucking brilliant, and you just can't not help but fall in love with all those characters of the main story, and like, yeah, I thought it was absolutely incredible. Like, stunning looking game as well, absolutely stunning. Like, they've like, it's one of those, like, they've made a sequel to something that they did really well, and like, it felt like a big step up in the same way as you look at, like, I don't know, Resident Evil 2 from Resident Evil 1, that you see all the improvements from that, or you know, like, I don't know, maybe you could probably say the same about Last of Us Part 2 from 1, that sort of thing. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed my time with it, like, and yeah, I got addicted to it, really. I like, just whenever I had any spare time, I was picking up my controller and I was playing the hell out of that game. I thought it was brilliant. Sound design, great, and yeah, just love the whole action RPG side of it. I think I'll probably go back to it at some point just to finish off the side quests and stuff. But yeah, I thought it was really, really great. I'm really looking forward to the third part of the Final Fantasy VII trilogy. So, the remake trilogy, should I say. Yeah, I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was great. Like, a real big contender for Game of the Year this year. I'd probably give it about 9 out of 10. Something like that. Also, been playing some Silent Hill 2 as well. My God, is it good. It is so, so good. They've recently just announced that they've sold 1 million copies of the game, which is done incredibly well for a remake. Like, it's absolutely awesome. When you consider how the how everything was looking before the game was released to now, where it's just getting loads of praise and everything, it's gone really, really well. So yeah, Silent Hill 2, I'm loving it so far. It is scary. It is spooky. And it is amazing. And obviously I'll get more into that once I finish the game. But like, I'm probably about 3 hours in, I think. No, a bit more than that. About 4 hours into it. And yeah, it is awesome. I'm in the apartment side of things. And when you go from the Woodside apartment into Blue Creek, I've just got into that bit. And damn, oh God, it is a classic. It is a classic. But yeah, that's it really for gaming. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, finally finished that, and yeah, just smashing now for Silent Hill 2. What have we got? There's been some new music I'll chat about. I gotta say, there's a band who I've talked about on the podcast before, if anyone may remember. They released their debut EP earlier this year, I believe, sort of around the winter earlier this year. The band called Unpeople, and they have released a new standalone single called The Garden. And my God, this has been stuck in my head all week ever since it came out. And it's just got this really cool descending sort of riff, like down, bam, 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 bam. Like, lots of punch, lots of fuzz, lots of grip behind the guitar, like tone, and just vocal harmonies for days. It's just got a really, really infectious chorus. Really, 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 just hooks all over it. Hooks for days. Oh God, I'm what's it called? Tired. I just have to think of what tired is called. Yeah. The new single by Unpeople, The Garden, is brilliant. Harmonies for days, guitar tone for days. It's brilliant. It's really, really good. And also, a new album from Touche Amore is out now. It's called Spiraling in a Straight Line. Touche Amore can just not do any wrong at this point. They cannot do anything wrong. Like, they are amazing for me. Like, one of my favourite bands to play, Outbreak, this year. They were incredible. And, you know, I've been looking forward to this album ever since I heard the unreleased single at the time at Outbreak Festival, and then obviously more singles started to come out the woodworks, and you know, it's just Touche Amore doing what they do best. This is their 6th album now. Every album is a absolute home run. Same for this one. Spiral in a Straight Line is incredible. Like, I'd probably say it's probably one of the more darker albums that they've made. It definitely sounds moodier. Although, like, Stage 4 for me is a lot more heart-wrenching, as it deals with, like, Jeremy Baum's loss of his mother who died of cancer. I think this one's got a bit more of a darker sound. Like, it's just, like, more of a life thing. But yeah, Nobody's incredible. Hal Ashby, amazing. Mezzanine has just got, like, a really fast sort of punky attitude to it. A lot of blast beats here and there, while it ends up being into these like drawn out chords. Like, the production on this is absolutely amazing. Like, it's produced by Ross Robinson, who has produced some like absolutely stellar albums in his time. I mean, he actually produced the previous Touche Amore album, Lament, which was also brilliant. And yeah, Goodbye for Now featuring Julian Baker, a beautiful song. Like, yeah, it's amazing. Altitude, just like proper punchy and fast. Like, Jeremy Baum's vocals are just like, he just sounds like he's gargling glass. Like, he is a true poet when it comes to his lyrics. Like, he's like, he just knows how to put pen to paper, write something that makes you want to feel how he's feeling. Because he's special, man. He's absolutely special, is Jeremy Baum. And yeah, another incredible album by Touche Amore. And yeah, we're about to end the podcast now, but I have some questions, and they come in the form of Instagram and Discord. So if you want to put forward any questions for the podcast, feel free to message on the Instagram of Mastodon92. That's at Mastodon92. Yeah, give us a follow and put a message in there for a question. And also, if you want to join the Discord for Mastodon, the Masto Posse it's called, we have a question section in there. And if you want to ask a question, that'll be awesome. And we are going to go with one from Haley in Instagram. And it kind of, continues from what I was saying earlier. And it's literally, how much do you miss me? As she is on holiday. Of course, I bloody miss you, Haley, and I can't wait to see you so you can talk to me about Spain, and so I can get jealous. Of course, I miss you, always. I hope you bloody miss me as well. And that is from Instagram, that's all from there. And I have some from Discord, and they come from, let me just find him here. Here we go. 6 Alpha Fury. He's obviously put 3 questions into the question section, which is what he always does, and I love him for that. And first question: if you could write a song about Parmos, what would the story arc? So I was having to think about this actually. The story about Parmos, in the Discord, I posted a photo of my other Parmo I had last night, and it was awesome. So like, we just got talking about Parmos, chicken Parmos, beautiful. Yeah, he asked if you could write a song about a Parmos, what would the story arc? I think if I'm gonna write a story about Parmos, I think I should do it from the start, when I first tried a Parmo in 2010. And, just sing it, like, write a song about me having that first bite of the Parmo, being the beginning of something special. Because it is, really. I think it is. And, yeah, it's, I think that will be interesting. Because if I just write a song going, Parmos are really yummy, they're so yummy, but I think if you start from, the love of the Parmo, I think you get a hell of a song out of it. And don't give me ideas, because I probably will end up writing a song about Paramore. What is your favourite card in a poker deck, and why? I do not know, because I do not know how to play poker. I don't know. Yes, of spades, probably. Just keep it on brand of Motorhead and shit. But yeah, I do not know how to play poker. I might have played it once in Red Dead Redemption, but that's about it. What would you define the term food lube? Food lube. I mean, would you use food lube as a way of sliding food down your throat easier, like lubrication, in case you have such dry throat that you can't do it, or food flavored lube to use for intercourse? What the fuck? Food lube, I don't know. Like, imagine using like the grease of a pizza as lube. Could that be it? Could that be it? Could that be food lube? That's all I could think of. You know, grease from no, God, no, this is getting disgusting now. That's how I'd define it. Food lube, or you know, when you have like Durex's strawberry flavored lube or grapefruit flavored lube, that sort of shit. I mean, is there a pizza one? Is there a lasagna flavored one? Is there a shepherd's pie flavored one? Who knows? There probably isn't one. I doubt there's a shepherd's pie flavored Durex lube. That is very specific. Like, I fucking love shepherd's pie. Anyways, that is it for the questions. Thank you very much, Yourself a Fury, and thank you very much, Haley. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next week. Yeah, that's it basically. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next week for episode 63. Take care, much love, really appreciate you, and yeah, I'll see you later. Take care, much love, bye.